Welcome back to The Explainer, where we break down the biggest topics in tech. Today, we're tackling something that's making some serious waves, Google's VO3. This is the AI video model that has pretty much everyone talking. Yeah, this Reddit user really hits the nail on the head. I mean, just a few months ago, Sora was the talk of the town, right? And then, bam, VO3 drops, and the whole conversation just shifted. It really felt like we skipped a whole generation of tech overnight. The reaction online was just, wow. So what is all the hype about? Why is this thing such a game changer? It's not just that the videos look a little sharper. No, this is about a completely fundamental change in how AI video gets made. Okay, so here's the rundown. VO3 brings a ton of upgrades to the table. We're talking way better prompt adherence. It actually gets what you're asking for. The physics look more real. Characters can be consistent. It can even do lip syncing. But honestly, the biggest, most revolutionary feature is the one you can actually hear. And just like that, the silent era of AI video is, well, it's over. This is the first time a major model can generate video and sound together from the exact same prompt. It's a huge deal. Think about what this means. You can type in a prompt, something like a paper boat sailing down a rain-filled gutter, and VO3 doesn't just create the little boat floating along. It also creates the sound of the rain hitting the pavement, the gurgle of the water, all of it, perfectly synced up right out of the box. No extra tools, no separate audio generation, it's all in one. Okay, so this all sounds amazing, right? But, and there's always a but with new tech, there are a couple of pretty big catches. This incredible power isn't exactly free for everyone to just play with. First up, the price tag. Oof, we're talking almost $250 a month. Right now, VO3 is part of Google's premium AI Ultra plan. So for your average person just wanting to experiment, that's a lot. For serious creators, it's a real budget line item. And the second catch? The length. You only get 8 seconds per clip. 8. Now that's great for a quick social media post or maybe for storyboarding an idea, but if you want to make anything longer, you're going to have to generate a bunch of clips and stitch them together yourself. And on top of those main limits, look, the tech is still pretty new, and it shows. Users are reporting some quirks. Sometimes you ask for audio and get silence. You might see a character's shirt suddenly change color mid-scene. Oh, and you can't extend videos yet, a feature that the older VO2 model actually has. So there's definitely room to grow. So you might be wondering, how does VO3 actually stack up against the competition? Because let's be real, Google isn't the only one in this race. Not by a long shot. All right, let's break this down. When you look at the major players side by side, a couple of things really jump out for VO3. First, that native audio, total game changer. Nobody else has it. And second, the built-in watermarking. We'll get to that later. Yeah, Sora or Kling might be more available or give you longer clips, but that all-in-one audio-video generation, that's VO3's killer feature right now. So what are people actually saying? Well, the consensus online kind of boils down to this. It's a trade-off. If you need your AI to follow a really complex prompt and you need that synchronized sound for storytelling, you're probably leaning towards VO3. But if you're just going for pure, jaw-dropping cinematic visuals, Sora still has that magic, even if sometimes the results are beautiful nonsense. Okay, let's get practical. Enough with the tech specs. What does this actually mean for the people making stuff? How is this changing the day-to-day for creators? The workflow is becoming ridiculously simple. Seriously, check this out. Step 1, you can use something like ChatGPT to hammer out a script. Step 2, you pop over to VO3 and generate all your clips and your audio. Step 3, you throw it all into a simple editor like Canva to add titles. That's it. It's making video production accessible to, well, pretty much anyone. And people are already running with it. The creativity is just exploding. You've got vloggers making entire stories about their cats. Marketers are cranking out compelling ads in minutes instead of days. Teachers are visualizing complex ideas for their students. We're even seeing artists take their static illustrations and bring them to life. It's wild. Now, with all this power comes, responsibility. And Google is being pretty proactive here. To help fight misinformation, every single video created with VO3 has an invisible watermark baked right in, called SynthID. You can't see it, it doesn't mess with the quality, but it's a signal that lets people know, hey, this was made by an AI. It's a really important step towards transparency. So let's zoom out for a second. What does a tool like VO3 really mean for the future of video? Because this feels like more than just another software update, right? This feels bigger. What we're witnessing is the democratization of video. For decades, making a high-quality video meant you needed money, a crew, expensive cameras, all that stuff. Now, the main ingredient is just a good idea. That massive barrier to entry, it's basically crumbling before our eyes. And that leaves us with a really big question to chew on. As all the old hurdles, the cost, the technical skill, just vanish, what comes next? Is this just a new fancy tool for today's filmmakers? Or is it the tool that turns everyone into a filmmaker? The very definition of what a creator is changing right now as we speak.